Hello everyone, Ruby Retrograde Tarot and T here, and today, as you can see by the title, we will do another unboxing of a Kickstarter I received for this one. I think the day before Christmas, next to literally, it was the day before Christmas, and this is a deck that I had been looking forward to getting because the first time I saw it, I thought it was really cool and I liked its concept, and I found out it was out of print, and I couldn't find it anywhere else, so I kind of was like, oh well, what a bummer, and buff. It's life. Hopefully, I'll be able to find it, maybe secondhand or something like that. Come to find out, there was a campaign that came up that I think it was someone who let me know about it. It must have been that. Someone let me know about the Kickstarter for it, and I got all excited, and I jumped on it and backed it and got it. What deck is this? Life is Like a Board Game Tarot, created by Krystal Banner. If the name sounds familiar, it's because she created a number of decks on top of Life is Like a Board Game Tarot. She also made Signs of the Time Oracle, which I did do an unboxing for it. Yes, I did. So I can always put a little bitty bit over here if you're curious about it. She also did a deck about colors. I think it was based on colors or chakras. She did a bunch of decks, and they're all pretty cool. There was I think it was called End of Times Tarot. It was around the pandemic, that area. And she also wrote a book, which you can find on Hay House. Yes, it was published by Hay House, and that book is about 111 spreads that you can use with an oracle deck. So that's pretty cool. So as for Life is Like a Board Game Tarot, it was first published, or she first put it up on Kickstarter back in 2019. The first time it was up, and it got really popular from all intents and purposes because I couldn't find it at one point. And she decided that she was going to redo it. And for this second edition or second version, she decided to add an extra major arcana card. So instead of having just the 78 tarot, 70 cards for the tarot, there's an extra set of major arcana. So she did this edition, so that's why it's called Expanded Edition. And there's now 100 cards. Yay for me! So you can pretty much either use one set, the other set, take one from some from one and some from the other, make it your own. This is really pretty cool, and we're gonna see that right now. And basically, as the name says it's based on board games, because sometimes life can feel like a board game. And so she incorporated board game references and all that sort of things. So if we look at the box, I guess mine got a little bit crunched because of maybe because of the postal thing. There was that whole postal strike that happened. Maybe it got squished or something or other. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. And it's pretty thick, but it's still nice and sturdy. At the back of the box here, we have this 100-card tarot deck explores the ups, downs, ins, and outs of life, inspired by the origins of tarot and classic board games. With colorful imagery, straightforward descriptions, and double the major arcana, this deck is perfect for those new to tarot as well as seasoned tarot aficionados. Allow the nostalgia of childhood and beloved board games to add some excitement to your tarot practice. And this is by Kaleidadope. I want to say Kaleidoscope, but it's Kaleidadope, which is Krystal's company, I guess we could say, our publishing company, because this one is indie. Some of her deck, like Oracle, her Oracle Signs of the Time, are now mass market. You can find it with Hay House. All right, let me not divert myself again. It's a 2-piece box with some little cutouts to easily open it. A nice black color in there. We have the guidebook right there, black at the back too. Definitely makes reference by the design, the look to Monopoly, which it's kind of funny because I used to play Monopoly. I would say not super often, but I would play it whenever it was proposed and people wanted to play it. But now I don't want to play because I find it so long and it kind of bores me in a sense, because at one point someone was telling me about the the strategy behind playing Monopoly, and you should do this, that, and the other. And I don't know, at some point I kind of felt tired. I guess I ended up getting Monopoly fatigue, something like that. But yes, I'm presenting the guidebook while I'm talking again. But here's the nice little guidebook, a nice little splat book, the deck. Look at this nice foil. Not only is it gold, but it is also, I was going to say it seemed to be mini squares, but I think it's actually circles. So we have, maybe I'm going to call it like a sequin effect almost. There we go. So we can capture it nicely. Very nice. The back of the cards. Here, let me remove this little holder here. The back of the cards, very simple, but also kind of classy in its simplicity. And because there's next to nothing on it, no problem in flipping them up or down. In terms of the cardstock, a very nice cardstock. You might have noticed it is a matte finish and linen. Or waffle. I've heard some people call it a waffle. So nice. I do like that silver finish. Let's now go to the front and we will see what the card looks like. It's like so simple. Just looking at it like this, it looks very simple, bare, you know, just direct to the point, but there's something like in its simplicity, it kind of makes it more attractive, at least to my eyes. I don't know if how I'm explaining it makes sense. I've zoomed in now, and I will start the flip through. We have the title here on top and the number of the card. Just taking a quick peek, we'll probably go through the 2 sets of the major arcanas before going into the minors, FYI. So let us start at least with the first set of the majors, which is the Fool, looking like a very popular game that I mentioned before. The Magician. The High Priestess. It's so simple. The Empress. The Emperor. The Hierophant. Could almost pass for an oracle deck. The Lovers. The Chariot. Strength. Pretty cool. I like that. The Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. Justice. The Hanged Man. Interesting, for the upside down question mark. Death. To the point, really. Temperance. The Devil. Handcuffs. The Tower. The Star. the moon, the sun. I definitely expected the star, moon, and sun to be just this, the most to the point and simple representation. Judgment. That's interesting. The loudspeaker. And the world. And now here is the second set of major arcana. So, Fool. The Magician. The High Priestess. The Empress. The Emperor. I do like that combo. The Hierophant. Kind of funny, it's the instruction manual. The Lovers. Those are cute dice. The Chariot. I wonder if that's supposed to be like a police car because of that little red, I don't know, block doodad on top. Or maybe it's supposed to be someone on top. Strength. The Hermit. Definitely kind of feels a bit more classic like that than a light bulb. Wheel of Fortune. I do like that one. And Justice. Then the Hanged Man. Again, interesting. Death. Temperance. The Devil. Ooh, credit cards. I like that one. Big money, bondage, banking, assets to ashes bank. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. The Tower. The Star. That's a cute one. The Moon. The Sun. Look at that, being all cool, wearing shades. Judgment. Oh, I think that I know that game. I cannot think of the name of it, but I think I know what it is. It's basically you're supposed to be guessing words or something like that before the time runs out. It's, yeah, before the time runs out, and if you use words that you're not supposed to, you get buzzed at. And so if you're one that tends to get like really frazzled if like people are like, bah, wrong, it ends up, you know, descending into a whole fiery mass of mess, and people are just laughing. But I think I forgot the name of the game, but I'm pretty sure it's that game. And finally, the world. The world. Alrighty, now we are with the miners, and we can see like how fun this is. Here we have the cups. We have a little, I guess, title, you know, true to the style of here Monopoly, where they all have, you know, each color has a name of for the area. So we have this, and on top of that we have color codes. So that's pretty cool. All right, Ace of Cups, we have overflowing emotions place. Here, I'll kind of move that because it's gonna make a big stack. Soulmates and connection place, Two of Cups. It's a party place. Three of Cups. Not interested place. Four of Cups. Oh, this is so fun. I like that one. Not interested. Dang, that sucks place. Five of Cups. Nostalgia place. Six of Cups. I feel like I'm going to enjoy this very much so. And I have an idea of the Oracle deck I would like to pair with this. I saw like, you know, that sucks place. And I was like, I know which deck could go with this. Anyways, options and illusions place. Seven of Cups. Leave it all behind place. Eight of Cups. Wishes come true place. 9. Happy fulfilled place. 10 of Cups. Ooh, so it's the court cards that have different colors. Okay. Development of affection and creative energy. Page of Cups. Messenger of romance and invitations. Knight. Supporter of compassion and intuitive feelings. Queen of Cups. Provider of emotional support and maturity. King of Cups. And moving on now to the Pentacles. Starting stable avenue. Ace. The Two of Pentacles comes in with balancing act avenue. For the 3, we have collaboration avenue. And I'm wondering, so these are the avenue. Did all the cups have, yes, all the cups have place, whatever place, and then whoever they are in terms of court cards. And it seems like this is just from going at it, each suit will have a different area. So we had the place with the cups, and now we have avenue. So collaboration avenue is the 3 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles is holding on tight. 5 of Pentacles is struggle avenue. I don't even know why I was wondering what it would be. Reciprocity avenue for 6. 7 of Pentacles, waiting patiently avenue. Watch me work avenue, 8 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles, Independence avenue. 10 of Pentacles, Abundant Legacy avenue. Now let's see what they say for the page. Development of trust and manifestation. Ooh, I like that one. Messenger of slow and steady. That there's no lie there. Supporter of generosity and security. Queen of Pentacles. Provider of prosperity and power. King of Pentacles. Ooh, I like that one. On to the swords. Clarity way. So I'm guessing all the rest of the swords will be something way. Indecision way. 2 of Swords. Grief and sorrow way. 3 of Swords. Restful solitude way. Win or lose way. 5 of Swords. Oh, interesting. Okay. I can go with that. Better things ahead way. That's a good way of seeing the 6 of Swords. Yeah. Oop, there we go. Something shady way. Something shady. This way comes. 7 of Swords. Mentally stuck way. 8 of Swords. That is for real. At least for me. Anxiously stressed out way. Alrighty, and let's see for the 10 of Swords. I don't know. It's got to be something like bottom of the bottoms. Darkest before dawn way. 10 of Swords. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. Okay, onto the Page of Swords. Development of information and contracts. Messenger of impulse and opportunity. The Queen of Swords. Supporter of truth and protection. Oh, supporter of truth. I like that. I like that title. Provider of logic and impartial judgment. King of Swords. Okay. And the Wands. Passion and desire guardians for the Ace. Forward movement guardians. The Wands. Ooh, they're all guardians. Okay. Future plans guardians for the Three of Wands. Joyous home gardens. Good one for the 4. Yeah, I like that one. Conflict garden for the 5. Makes sense. Moment of glory gardens. 6. Oh, I'm having issues here getting to the 7. Perseverance gardens. I was gonna say preservation or something like that. So perseverance gardens. 7 of Wands. Quick communication gardens. 8 of Wands. Warily defensive gardens. 9 of Wands. I like that one. That's a good one. I like that. And 10 of Wands, heavy burdens gardens. I feel that the z are getting me. And now on to the last cards. We have the Page of Wands coming in with development of news and enthusiasm. Messenger of acting first and thinking later. Knight of Wands. That's kind of comical. Supporter of ambition and business success. Queen of Wands. And finally for the King of Wands. Provider of authority and charm. This is so fun. Here we go. A nice flip through. This is so fun. These titles amused me a lot, especially the minors, and having all this variety that you can pick from the majors. That is pretty cool. So let me see what I'm gonna do for finding just for the shuffling and reading the guidebook. Which one should I choose? Maybe I was thinking of using this one. I'm going to use this version of the majors because I liked the Empress and Emperor. I did like these ones, and I also did like the Wheel of Fortune on that series. And that one did make me laugh. So I'm going to use that one just for the sake of, this video, to make it simple, or else I could probably spend a good half hour picking my way through all, at this point, 42 major arcanas to figure out what I want to put into the deck. So I will not do this to myself or you. And let's just go and shuffle. Nice to grip, nice to shuffle. No issues there to shuffle. Let me see, just for fun, let me shuffle it like this. Ooh, also no issues. Oh, I like it that. Okay. So what we are going to do, we, as usual, are going to grab a minor, a major, pick up the guidebook, and see what it says. Although at this point, this deck feels so fresh and so simple That frankly, I don't like, you could get away with not even like using the guidebook or reading it, because it, to me at least, it feels like everything you need to know is on the card itself already. It's that concise. There you go. That's the word. It's that concise. Okay. What did you flip? Provider of authority and charm. King of Wands. This deck definitely did charm me. And can we have a major, please? So I don't have to shuffle forever. No. None of them. None of them are majors. My gosh. My goodness. I'll do it one last time, and if I can't find one, we will just pick a random one. Although it's nice to shuffle. It's not too stiff, not too flexible. Oh, well, less fun, the tower, but that's okay. The charm will get us out of this. Now, onto the guidebook. Again, very simple. When we open it, we have the title. And a nice little poem by Hafiz. The other titles of the decks that she created. So Swatches of Chakra, Astrology. That's the one I was thinking of. The 2020 Visions Tarot. The Price of Love Oracle. And Mood. That was the other one I was thinking of. The Colorful Deck of Emotions. So we have a nice little introduction over here. And using the deck. And just a little bit, and then she notes, if you feel comfortable using all 100 cards at one time, feel free, you can choose your experience. And then straight onto the major arcana. As we can see, for the major, because there are two different versions, we will have the 2 cards on the page in color. Quick little blurb with key themes and tips. Let's see for, well, I just so happen to need to go to the wands anyways. Oh, the wands is pretty, it's very, even simpler, like bare bones. And then we have little properties for the element of fire and properties of wands. I guess it's 2 different cards, but at the same time, it shows if it's from ace to 10, it'll be that color. And then the cards will be that color. Pretty cool. What does it say here? Because it's a little bit small. All minor arcana are color-coded and illustrated using descriptive language. Okay, that's what it says. It's like that part here is kind of hard, it's hard to read, but that's what it says. Basically, all minor arcana are color-coded and illustrated using descriptive language. And then it says, element fire, the wand suit represents passion, action, and movement. Each card of this color includes the core cards and represent people, figures, or situations of note. And then let's see here. What does it say here? Each card of this color represents ambition and the pursuit of goals, succinctly described to gain a quick yet detailed understanding of the energy. All right, pretty cool. So we got the King of Wands, so we'll read that one first. We know that it's a provider of authority and charm, and here it adds leadership, vision, entrepreneurship. And those are all terms that I could associate and see with the King of Wands. I mean, there's nothing else to say about this. And now for the tower, we have the 2 little cards that are available here. And it says the tower. What was that? An act of God cannot be ignored. The effects can be shocking or sudden, but how else would our intention be shifted? The house may be damaged, but it can be rebuilt stronger than it was before. Key themes: destruction, things fall apart, sudden events, shocking change, enlightenment, discovery. Tips: use neighboring cards for more clarity about this sudden event. Interesting. So here, let's say I do have the tower. So using the surrounding of the king, perhaps this person or this I'm gonna say this person because it's the first thing that came to mind. This authority figure or person of influence brings along a certain news or announcement that kind of shakes my routine life as I know it, or something like that, you know? And that's very cool. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. I'm reading this and I'm excited. I'm flipping through the book and I'm smiling ear to ear, you know, hurting my muscle because I'm smiling so much, and I'm giggling because the title is so much fun. If it doesn't show, or if you can't tell, that I am charmed by I am charmed by Life is Like a Game tarot, then I don't know if you cannot guess that it's a, what we call a coup de coeur. What is that in English? Like fall, no, it's not falling head over heel, is it? Anyways, whatever that English equivalent of coup de coeur, it's a heart strike. I don't know what's happening with my vocabulary. It's being very terrible today. But in other case, I this is my second deck, I believe, of Krystal, because I have the signs of the time. So yes, this would be my second deck, and I'm just enjoying her creativity, her design style, art style a lot. This is something that I had looked to get at one point. I'm so glad that I got to back it and get it, and it's in my hand now. The concept is so fun. The way that it was, the way it got pulled off, I find it's amazing. The titles that she found for each of the minor arcana, to me, it's on the nose. I'm rocking with the way she's talking about it, and the color is, even in its simplicity, it's nice and colorful. Just a nice spread like this, it's, I don't know, it attracts your eye. It's and even if you have essentially keywords for each card, to me it does not block whatever other interpretation I could possibly get from it. It supplements it. It kind of boosts it up. The guidebook, because everything is on the card already, it's nice and simple. I don't like, for the minor arcana, or the major I should say, I like this little, the little blurbs there. And for the minor, I mean, and here's Krystal. This is what she looks like. Super awesome person. I mean, yeah, it's okay that it all holds within 2 pages, because just from that, you can get a sense of what the message is. So definitely, if you're a beginner, I would think it would be a great way to kind of walk your way into reading cards and tarot and all of that. And also kind of, if you want to be hit with a little bit of nostalgia about Monopoly and that one uncle or friend that always seemed to be cheating when they were the banker. But or anything like that. But, and also with these extra majors, so this is so much fun. You could swap it anytime you want to, whatever you feel like. And I just want, before I end this video, I actually want to do a little bit of pairing, because like I mentioned, while I was flipping through, there's a deck that totally came to mind. So I'm going to go get it, and I will show you that one, and also another one that I'm thinking of that I think would be nicely suited to it. So let me put that one here. Look at that. It starts on the full. Perfect. I will get it, and I'll be right back. I'm back. So you know how I said I had 1, possibly 2 Oracle deck? Well, that became 4. The reason being, so there was the one that was like, that popped in my head immediately. I was like, oh, that's for sure. Then I went and got it. And then the second one, I was like, oh yeah, that could match the colors. Then I saw the third one. I was like, oh my gosh, how did I not think of it? This is obvious. I just talked about it. And then the fourth one was like, just for fun, let's see how it is. This is basically how it happened. The first one, which was the one I thought would be perfect, is called the Brutally Honest Call Me Out Oracle. Not for the easily offended. I might have done a flip through. Ooh, Yeah, that's the sucky part about the top box, the flip, whatever you want to call it, is every time I try to be careful with to open it, and it doesn't necessarily happen. In any case, what was I saying? Yes, why it says not for the easily offended. I mean that Oracle deck quite literally has a potty mouth. It is direct. It is unapologetic. It's pretty huge too. And I'm not sure if I did a flip through of this Oracle deck. If I did, I will kind of attach it to this video so you can check it out. If not, then I mean, yeah. And if not, then let me know and maybe I'll do it. But as you can see, just by the first card, we have the full and then getting crap done. And then at the back here, we have a little message, you know, which I think is very fun. And and then you'll have something like this, like, it's a party place, they're lies. Why is it lying that you read it? Well, they've lied before. So, you know, maybe whoever you're having fun with, or, you know, you're going to join this gathering, this meetup, and you're going to think, oh, you know, collaboration, but no, they lied. They might backstab you, you know, now you can, but you don't have to lie to yourself about it. So something like that. And I think these would be awesome because both are simple in terms of their design. Their colors are nice and saturated. And also their delivery, I find, is pretty direct. Like, you know, it's there. And on top of it, I think it would be quite amusing to have, you know, this, which is, I don't know, this curmudgeon-y type of Oracle deck, and then you have the moon and then passion. You know, what's the point? You've lost interest and it's draining your energy. Stop doing what you're not passionate about. It's a waste. With maybe the influence of the moon, like maybe it's bringing you down, something. Hey, we see you back at the tower. Committing. Are you just interested or are you committed? So maybe that's what's gonna shake up. Maybe something is gonna be a turning point, and then you're realizing, oh, am I actually all in or not? And there was one deck, so far I'm getting all the orange backs, but they have different, there you go. So here, I find that their color are quite similar if you happen to fall on one. All right, so I won't go through all of that Oracle deck, but as you can see, it's quite polymath. It's quite large, but I'm very much fond of it. I will find a way to use this pairing with the quickness as soon as I possibly can. So that was my first pick. And now the annoying part, again, with a, you know, just a standard box, is putting the cards back and hoping to not break the box again. All right, so this is the first one that I'm flopping down. The second one that I thought of was the Rainbow Brain Skull. This is mass market, Andrews McMeel. And I call this one kind of like those motivational poster oracle. It has nice little blurbs on each of the cards. It doesn't say much also on the guidebook, kind of in the same style as the tarot deck here. Why am I shuffling this way? Why am I shuffling? That's the whole question too. Sorry. There. I'm acting as if I'm shuffling for a purpose. So you'll have something like this, and I think the two would be well suited. This tends to be a little bit more busy, but it still has, for the most part, quite of a nice, you know, no busy background going on. So we can have quick communication, garden, don't spend time on it, spend time in it. I think it would be interesting. Wheel of Fortune, while you're minding your business and there's something else going on. Waiting patiently. There's more where that came from. Overflowing emotions. The thinking mind acts like it's everything, but it's not. Maybe that's the place. Maybe you're all in your head about these emotions. So I think it might be interesting. So that's why I kind of thought of that. So there. It says right ends, so I'm gonna end that matchup right over here. I think this is a good one, with the support of ambition and business success. Now for the third one, like I mentioned, it was one of those, well, duh. How did I not think about this deck first, even before the Call Me Out Oracle? And you'll see why as soon as I put this away. It's because it's Krystal's own Oracle deck, the Signs of the Time. And I mentioned it a few times. So obviously, why not put the two together? Does it not make sense? So this one is mass market. It used to be... Wait, did it used to be indie? I think it was indie at one point. I don't remember. It might have been indie, but in any case, now you can have it mass market via Hay House. So why not have the tarot and oracle deck created by the same person? So I think that would be interesting. Anxiously stressed out way with the moon emotions. I mean, emotion would definitely be a reason for me that I'm stressed out about something. Authority and charm, rainbow hope, emotional provider of emotional support and maturity, and phrases, motivation. That's a nice match, isn't it? And also the balance between this is, you know, it's bare and you know, no frills. Here we have a nice illustration. Wishes come true and stars give my divine garden. Another good matchup. What? That looks really cool. King of Pentacles and the feather. Development of trust and manifestation energy. Maybe your manifestation coming through. Development of information and contracts with the tree, ancestry, having a network. This is a nice matchup. I like that one. Conflict gardens, call endings. So maybe we need to stop the conflict, or this conflict is gonna, you know, you're gonna cut someone off. Who knows? We don't know. Supporter of generosity supporter of generosity and security. So the Queen of Pentacles, focus. Perhaps we need to focus to do a little bit more of that. Look at that. Opportunity, passion and desires garden, the Ace of Wands. What kind of opportunity? Are you meeting someone? Maybe it's a new business. Maybe, like, this is fun. I like it. I like it. Okay. Let me stop right there before I spend my time flipping through all the cards. Although that's another good pair. Grief and sorrow way, the Three of Swords with the resilience of the succulents. Yes, it's a good match. I am sticking a pin in it. Again, another one that I am looking forward to using as soon as I can. All right, and now for the last one. This last one, it was kind of my thinking behind it was, again, because of the colors, and maybe it would be fun to see what it looks like next to each other. And the oracle is called Blue Dragonfly. It's an oracle, like I mentioned, created by Danilo Sanino. It is an indie deck. Yes, it is still. And they created the White Fly Tarot. Yes, that is what it's called. I have this habit of shuffling a few times. Okay, let's stop. Because I'm going to spend like 2 minutes shuffling each deck. And so as you can see, it's like these interesting animals or people or whatever else, and then you'll have the title with like a few keywords. So the fact that this has keywords and this has keywords, I don't know, to me it kind of was a, you have this in common. And again, something full of image and things going on. And here it's pretty chill. So you'll have let's create, manifestation, willpower, and then the world. Perhaps that's the end of the chapter, or you're good with it. Death, inner beauty, maybe a renewal. I don't know, it's interesting. Strength. Here you have, am I naive? But then you have spiritual growth, challenges, need to grow up. So perhaps overcoming some impulse that you tend to do, some bad habits. Darkest before dawn. Darkest before dawn way. So the 10 of Swords. Perhaps because of a veiled truth. Who knows? So it's interesting. Hierophant and where do I fish? I'm reading the little subtitles and it's interesting. Here we have like the keys that we can find normally on the Hierophant card. So if you're looking for guidance, mentally stuck way, we have divine masculine, control, leadership, determination. So maybe here you're feeling trapped. You're spinning your wheels. Perhaps we need a little bit of guidance, some leadership from someone else, from an outside source. I do have to say some are a little bit gruesome, so that one is a bit gruesome. We won't go look at it a little bit too much. So we have I am moving, women of fire, or women on fire, which is kind of I'm gonna stop it because I kind of like it. The Knight of Wands, which is messenger of acting first and thinking later, and then you have women of fire that says interested female seduction secret. So I don't know, it kind of nicely plays on each other. So maybe we were a little bit too quick on a date and then ended up being a date from hell. I don't know, something like that. I think I'm gonna end that here in terms of oracle pair ups, because at the same time while I was going through my oracles, the thought came to me that even though I've showed you a few oracles that I think would be awesome together, at the end with the oracles I currently have, I could see that deck with all of my oracles. Really, I don't think there would be one that I wouldn't try with. If I think of it, like, truthfully, I would want to try with all of them first. Oh, and look at that. If you're kind of spreading all the colors, so much fun. In any case, let me end this here so that I don't ramble on more than I need to. Life is like a board game tarot by Krystal Banner. I think it's awesome. Like I mentioned, et coup de cœur, et heartstruck. Oh, heartstruck. That it is. I got heartstruck. And it takes a bit for the brain to catch up on the English and French versions of stuff. I'll leave in the description below the link where you can get it, as long as it's still available at the time that I am editing and publishing the video. If not, I'll most likely leave the socials like Instagram or whatever else so that you can follow them and send them a message if you're curious and you want to have your own copy. I definitely would encourage you guys to get it if you're interested in it. I am not regretting it. I'm looking forward to using it. Like I mentioned, for the 5th time. I definitely have the impression that it's going to be quite the fun deck to draw cards from and interpret with, and to match it with a whole bunch of different oracles. Let me know, speaking of that, in the comment section down below, down there, what you thought of the unboxing, what you thought of the cards, how likely you are of getting it, and my oracle pairings. I think it was a 4 out of 4. All 4 of them, I like them. Especially with the Call Me Out oracle. I think that is my top choice. So with all that said, thank you so much for sticking around, watching the unboxing, hearing me ramble on and on. And let me know all your questions, your comments. Until next time, bye guys.